My name's Jay. I was a stuntman for movies and TV shows. I got into stunts because one, my older brother was into it, and also from a very young age I was a gymnast, and I was never going to have a job where I was going to be sat down all the time. My dad was a high-level coach and he got me into it at a young age. Well, I was in the gym at the age of 2, running around. My dad was also my older brother's coach, so I was in the gym. And then I actually started doing gym at 4 or 5 years old. So I did gymnastics for 11 years, and then I started doing the stunt register training at the age of 20, 21, and that was for about 18 months before I had my accident. I don't think it was that competitive, but there were 6 disciplines that I had to do. I did gymnastics, trampolining, high diving. I was going to do scuba diving, rock climbing and martial arts. I'd managed to complete 3 of the 6. My first show was a pantomime in High Wycombe, and that was with my older brother, and that was a great laugh. Pretty easy. I was a bit out of shape, like show fitness was like struggling, but once I picked up after the first week or so, yeah, it was great, easy. And then from that point on, I got the bug and was like, right, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it now. This is it. It was a few years ago now, so obviously some things are a bit can't really remember. But there were offers to go to China, Germany, all around the world really, to start off with, which was pretty crazy, seeing as I hadn't been in it for that long. So the offers were great. Yeah, I chose Legoland because, like I said, I wanted to carry on doing the disciplines for the stunt register. So what I can really remember is we were doing a move with a partner. I was learning a new character at the time, and the move just went wrong, and all I can remember is I'd landed on my head and I was face down on the floor, and I couldn't get up. I couldn't move my legs, couldn't move my arms, and I was trying to get up and I just couldn't get up, and then my arms started going numb, and then I just knew pretty much straight away that something serious had happened. And I mean, no, I wouldn't blame Lou at all. Lou was a great help in, you know, if the accident didn't happen, then Lewis would have been there to, you know, help me with his connection. So it's kind of like, you know, it's just one of the, it was just one of those things. No one anticipated the accident happening. Yeah, Jess was great. I remember at the time, I was like, you know, if you want to go, if you want to leave me now, it'd be better to leave me now than like years down the line whilst, you know. So, but she stayed with me, she was great, she's amazing. When I was in the hospital, I was in there from the day of my accident, which was March 28th, 2011. And I got out of hospital February 28th, 2012. So I was in there for 11 months. It was the worst part of my life. It was just terrible. Like relearning life, just laying there, not being able to do anything for yourself. You know, you got an eyelash in your eye, you can't even rub it, can't feed yourself, can't eat for yourself. You're relying on people that don't want to be there, like nurses, always got attitude. They don't want to help really, even though they say they do to your face and when people are around, but when you're actually there, led there on your own and you're asking them to do something, it's just roll of the eyes and huff and puff. Like, I mean, they would never tell you that, but from experience, that's what happened. But on the other hand, I mean, they helped me learn to live this life, which, you know, some places they would never teach you that. Some countries would never give you that. So I'm quite fortunate that, you know, I got that help. Yeah, I don't know. It's just pride, I guess. I feel like I let people down. The accident, you know, being nearly 30 years old, having to rely on people to do everything for me I feel like a baby, but obviously I know I'm not. But yeah, that's why I feel like I let people down.
I'm Lewis Young, and I am a stunt performer. I've been doing stunts since I was 17 now, so, 19 years, 18, 19 years. Listen, stunts is, as an industry, is very competitive anyway. Yeah, no, so yeah, I was getting in quite a lot of trouble when I was younger, and then doing gymnastics and working hard. Yeah, no, it saved me. And so when I finished gym, and then started doing stunt shows and things, I actually give it up. When Rio was born, I stopped. Doing stunts and that, and I become a tree surgeon. And then Bob got us on Harry Potter, my first film. So here I am doing Pokemon now. So when I was done my first panto, I was in quite a bit of trouble, and then Dad got me the agent with Carl and Tour May. I just thought I had to jump over a box and do some gymnastics and some tricks and stuff, like, do you know what I mean? Easy. And he taught me how to dance and that, to do these lines and all sorts. The highlight of my career is being able to provide for my family and give them this lovely house that they live in now. By the time I left school, I'd trained it for 14 years, 5-6 days a week, every day. It's like injuries, breaking my arms, breaking this arm. I've done this one 3 times, this arm 4 times, shoulder and all that. Like, do you know what I mean? So, and all the hospital visits and that. So I was always going to do something with my body, I think, in sport. Oh mate, it just guts me, man. God. If he didn't have his accident and he was on the stunt register now, he would be flying. Do you know what the mad thing about the whole thing is? Yeah, when he come up to stay me, and I got on the job at Lego. He had a job option to go to Germany and do the stunt show in Germany, or stay at Lego. And I said, look, don't go to Germany. It's good experience, but it's another year. I said, just stay in England, work there, get your qualifications done. And he's done 2 fucking weeks into the job. You fucking believe it. And do you know what I'm annoyed about? I didn't give him a proper heads up. I didn't tell him to look after himself, because as much as he's clued up, you know what I mean? Sometimes you do need a little nudge. For when he done his first somersault with that guy, Jacob, and it was low. If that was me, I know for a fact I would have said, that was fucking low. Let's do something. Let's wait a minute. Instead of chucking another one, and he didn't. But I think that's down to experience. He first had the accident. Well, yeah. Well, Jono phoned me up and he said, Jay's had an accident, but I think he's going to be all right. He said he's hurt his neck, but he squeezed my fingers and he wiggled his toes. I think even when we got to Wexham Hospital, he was kind of all right. He was all right. I said that day, I'm not sure they airlifted him or ambulanced him to the John Radcliffe. Yeah, and then me, your mum, Dad, and he fucking mate, the doctor, I can't remember his name. He come out. He just said it's not good news, isn't he? I just remember any time I've ever seen the dad cry. But they fucking hell, I don't know, mate. It's when he first had it, I thought I was going to stop it doing it. Just looking after other people, but and not taking things for granted. How did Dad put it? The margin for error is that small. That's what it is. I done a high fall the other week into boxes. By the time you hit the boxes, it was probably definitely 25 feet. By the time you hit the boxes and you land, I said to the assistant stunt coordinator, he goes, that's a piece of piss. He went, yeah, for you. And I go, well, yeah, it is. But we've been doing this since we were small. Do you know what I mean? So people just take things for granted. So I try to, with brutal honesty, bring people back a peg.
The main thing I would have loved about the stunt register would have been knowing you was a part of something massive, but nobody knowing that you was a part of it. So if you went to the cinema to watch it and thinking, oh yeah, I was a part of that, that would have been like, that to me is like, I think that's cool.